amazing day. It gave us a new day. It gave us a new day to put the best foot forward towards ourselves, man. You were up this morning, you already on the grind. You ought to pat yourself on the back and say thank you. Thank you, Lord, for another day to get to put the best foot forward toward what we want in our lives. Gave us a new day. He didn't have to, but he did. And we don't have to. We get to put the best foot forward. And I say do it. I say do it all. I say do everything you can. And if you ask a question, how much do I have to do? You should answer it with a question. How much do you want out of it? So how much you want out of it, that's how much you do to get it out. I believe that if we apply the level of the work we do to match the level of the faith we have, man, it's going to combine up to what you want in your life. If your faith, the size of a mustard seed, fill that faith up. This morning, I got an amazing young man on this morning. I'm already excited. Now, when somebody else is excited this early in the morning, it fires you up, and I'm already, motivated, self-motivated myself. But when you connect with others that have that like synergy and energy in the morning, it's about the grind, it's about the work, and it's about putting in the effort towards what we want in our lives. This is the Morning Grind Grindology101 Podcast. I am KeJohnna Owens, and today, you're going in for a treat. You're in for a treat. You want to learn about the internet. You want to learn about business. You want to learn about putting yourself in hyperdrive online. I got the young man that's going to do it. But to do anything that we want to do, on this show right here, it's about motivating, empowering, equipping, inspiring people around the world, anyone, at least just one, to say, you know what, I could do a thing that they said I couldn't do. But to do a thing that they said you couldn't do, that you've never done before, you're probably going to have to do something that you've never done before. And one of those things might be killing them excuses. So wake up this morning, get up, you're on the grind. Absolutely honored to have you. Nothing worse but to work. We'll see you right back on the other side. Bring this young man on. But before we get there, let's get some of that mojo. Stand by.
One of the biggest contradictions of massive success is when people go to their moms, their dads, their brother, sister, boyfriend, girlfriend. They say, listen, one day the world's going to know who I am. One day I will have a Ferrari, the Lambo, the Rolls, the Bentley, the big house, the cars, the backyard with the big swimming pool and an elevator. I'm going to put the biggest parties. I'm going to be a millionaire one day. Yet, instead of staying at the office on Friday night, you call your friends and you go party. Instead of waking up Saturday morning to go to the gym, you sleep until 10 o'clock. Instead of reading the book on Sundays, you kick back and watch movies all day long. The reality is very simple. Those who win big, they do four things right. They sleep, sweat, grind, repeat. And they do it over and over and over again until their dreams become a reality.
If you can get through to doing things that you hate to do, on the other side is greatness.
You gotta have the mentality to show up every fucking day of your life, no matter what life throws at you. It's our responsibility to show up to the Coliseum of life, prepared for fucking battle. I don't care what you're going through, what life's throwing at you. It's your responsibility to find your new 100%.
You still must grind. I fail at most things I do, but still I grind. I don't want to do half the shit I do, but still I grind. And that one day, you see me on a dark alley, run at 1 o'clock in the morning, know one thing, I was grinding.
Every single day when you wake up, you got two options. You can look at the clock and hit the snooze. You can look at that snooze button, boom. You can hit the snooze button and go back to bed and dream about what you want to have. Or you can look at that snooze button, kick that clock and get up and go pursue your dreams.
You need to walk through the mud and life, guys, if you ever want to get to the higher ground. The higher ground is where you look in the mirror and you have respect, and you went through the work, the sweat equity of it all. And the end product is something you travel, a legacy of life that you put your signature to, that means something. You're not speaking hollow words. You're backing those motherfuckers up with that.
That's what lions do. Lions don't give up. Lions don't quit. Lions hunt. That's what we do for a living.
I still grind. I love the grind. If you're competing in one of my businesses, I'm going to kick your ass because I'm going to outgrind you.
You have to be willing to work in places people don't see. While the other guy's sleeping, I'm working. While the other guy's eating, I'm working.
There's a motherfucker out there who wants what you have, who wants the position you are, who wants the job you have, who wants the wife that you have, or the husband. There's someone out there hungry and wants everything you can have. So make that a motivation for you.
And mental toughness says, not only do I climb that doggone mountain, I enjoy climbing the mountain. I get a kick out the mountain. I get a kick out the weights. I get a kick out of fatigue. I get a kick out of the grind. I get a kick out of it. You take advantage of this opportunity. You let everything else go. You eat different. You study different. You practice different. We don't have forever. Let's not act like it. We're all going to die. And so I don't act like I'm going to live forever. So every opportunity I get, I murder it. Process driven. I love it. I'm about that life. I get up every morning at 3 o'clock. When I want to get up, when I don't. When I feel like it and I don't feel like, why? Because I'm process driven. I'm not feelings driven. Champions are not feeling driven. Champions don't get up when they want to. And if we're going to be champions, process driven.
Don't stop when you're tired. Stop when you're done.
The part where he said, don't stop when you're tired, stop when you're done. I buy that. He said, I'll buy that for $1. That was an old show. So I'm showing my age right there. I'll buy that for $1. You put your all into the day. You want all of it out. I mean, you want the big check on Friday, but you're going to want to do all the work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I mean, you know, for them, but what about for you? So I got a young man on. He said, you know what, if it's going to be hard, it's going to be my hard. I'm going to own my own business. I'm going to do what it takes, just like I would for work. But I'm going to do what I do for work. I'm going to work for me. And I'm going to apply another level of effort, because the effort I'm applying is for me and my family and my legacy. If you could grasp that, you're going to have a good time this morning. I get to bring on this young man right here, Mr. Eric Scotton of Ecomm Hacks. Stand by.
We here.
Man, there he is right there. Look, he just comes on in out there from cyberspace, the good energy. We already had a great pre-call right there. Good morning, Mr. Scotton.
Good morning.
Sir.
Rise and grind.
Man, rise and grind, rise and grind. You're already up. You're already cheery. You're already bushy-eyed. You're out there, man. You're getting it done, man. How you feeling this morning, brother?
I feel good. I'm up. We know what time it is. Grindology101, Ecomm Hacks. We making it. We getting it. Listen, I got my coffee. I got my brain. I got my thoughts. I'm ready. And that's what it's about. Early bird gets the worm. And I love the motivation, because that's what I do. I love to motivate people. And I teach people you can do it too. You know, when people say can, I say can. I get it done. That's what it's about. Just getting it done.
You know, people say this is early in the morning, but where are you at in the country right now?
Right now, I'm on the East Coast. You know, I'm over here right now. Over there, it's probably 6. Over here is 9, a little bit after 9. And that's what it's about. Still grinding. But every day, pretty much, I get up at 5 a.m., if not 4:30. So I'm up. So I was already up about 3-4 hours before we even hopped on here. But I'm here. We grinding.
You've hit me with some energy early in the morning to give me some thoughts, man. I see you in the morning. It's absolutely, to me, I connect and resonate with people that want more. A lot of people want more. It's more in 24, but they can't get up to do more, you know, in no time. So it's going to be 25, 26, 27 eventually. But you said, you know what?
Facts.
I like to use Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
Just in the huddle, he may look at his team like, man, we down by 5. You know, we ain't got but a minute left. And he started looking at the team and maybe see doubt.
Yeah.
Hike the ball to me. You block who's in front of you, and somebody get open and watch. It's on me. How does it feel? Like you say, you know what, my family's counting on me.
Facts.
You know, I got to do something for my family and for me. And if I can apply a level of work for somebody else to say I could earn an amount of money per hour, who's to say I got a cap on me? And that's what you were saying. Why'd you say on me like that? Talk about that.
I mean, so basically what it's about is like think of yourself as the lion and your kids and whoever you're doing this for is the cubs. They don't know how to do it unless you gotta get it, right? You gotta get out there, you gotta get it. So you pretty much about leading by example, showing them how it's done, and just passing it down, right? Passing down the work ethic, the motivation, the grind, the mindset. And that's where it's at. It all starts with the mindset, and that's what I have. Before I even started any business, anything I want to do in life, it was a mindset. It was a mindset I can get it done. And I don't need no one's permission. I don't need no one to tell me yes or no. I'm just going to do it. Because chances are people tell you like, no, don't do this, don't do that. It may never work. It don't matter. In my mind, I'm going to make it work, and that's what it's about. And then showing my kids, which is my next generation, pretty much the stuff I want to pass down, showing them, listen, you don't have to go with what everyone tells you to do. You can do what you want, do what you feel, do what you're passionate about. And that's what I do. I do what I'm passionate about. That's what it's about.
You said mindset.
Yep.
You spoke on a legacy, which I believe just equals why. Your legacy
Facts.
and the mindset of why anything is important. Let's go back. Tell the people, what it is that you do. I get it, but because we're excited already.
Oh,
it's about that motivation. Let's tell the people what you do, who you are, and then we'll get into why you do what you do as well, sir.
Okay, so basically here at Ecomm Hacks, what we do, we help aspiring and existing entrepreneurs level and elevate on a digital realm in 3 areas: social media marketing setup, online business 101, and one of my biggest things that I've been doing since 2021 is website design and basic development. And that's what it's about. Just develop, design, and giving your business a presence on the digital realm. And that's what it's about. Pretty much, we keep it simple. Simplicity is key. We just make it easy, So let's just take it back a bit, right? So the reason why I do what I do, I just want to take it back. So I designed my first website back in about 2016, early 2017, which is for my first company, which was called Scum Life. Scum Life merch is, it's an apparel, it's culture, it's clothing, it's music, it's the merch behind the music. That's what Scum Life is, right? So when I designed that, I taught myself, self-educated, self-taught. I didn't go to school for coding or web design. I just wanted it. I wanted it so bad, I designed it how I felt it should look like. I felt I wanted to give somebody something tangible they can have and they can order it online, right? So let's say if someone is in Cali and you're in New York, you can order from all around the world, right? I knew Ecomm before Ecomm was even brought a thing into society, at least on a lower level, right? For new entrepreneurs who don't understand what e-commerce is, right? So long story short, and then 2020 came. We understand we all had to go in, and a lot of brick and mortar businesses were shut down. A lot of people were social distancing, and they didn't understand, all right, how can I get direct to consumer, right? So I let them know, hey, we take this online. We're going digital, right? A lot of 6, 7, even 8-figure businesses been doing this for years. And also, I work with Apple. I worked with Apple for about 6 years. So I've been in the tech industry. I work under Apple, Verizon, Samsung, and a lot of smaller third-party tech companies. So I've already had a green light. I've already had a vision. And just being under these companies, I've learned that digital is the future, right? We're in the informational digital age of things, and it's about automation, and it's about how can your job become easier for you, right? How can you work smarter and not harder? And that's that's what it's about, right? Excuse me. That's what it's about. So long story short, in early 2021, everyone were just asking me, hey, I love your website. Can you build me one? At first, I was like, yeah, I'll do it. And then, light bulb went off. I said, hey, people are asking, they're loving the Scum Life website. Can I design them one? So I'm saying, hey, yeah, I'll do it. And that's what I love to do. It's something that I love to do. It's lucrative, to me, it's a walk in the park because I just got it, right? I just know what I'm doing versus someone who really isn't tech savvy. So instead of, finding the biggest thing to sell or what's the biggest trendy thing, I focused in and narrowed in on the biggest problem, and I created the biggest solution. Now, who wouldn't pay for that, right? People would pay to have their problem solved, correct? Your toilet is flooded, you play a plumber, right? TV goes down, you play the IT guy from Best Buy to come and check it out, right? You're sick, you go to the doctor. So call me the digital doctor, right? That's what I was. So basically, people were telling me what they needed online. They wanted to get fast, reliable shipping, wanted to get their products online, and they want to integrate with social media because they see other companies doing it. I said, yeah, it can be done, right? With the right tools and with the right platform and the right automations, we can get it done. And that's what I've done for entrepreneurs, aspiring entrepreneurs, and also existing companies, just revamping their company, right? So just to put a cap on the bottle, and not only just designing and educating, I'm coaching, giving them fundamentals, consultations, and that's why I do it, because I love helping people, because I understand what it is getting off the ground. Like, you're trying to get to point B and you're at point A, you don't know how to get to point B. And that's the real reason why I've helped a lot of people who are generating at least under 10K. 10K and up, you're doing good. You got the ball rolling. But when you're at zero, it's not that easy. And then when you go online, you see all these, like what you said earlier, or I saw, your intro, people were hopping out of Lambos and cars and Ferraris and taking trips, but they don't understand how much grind you got to put in, right? They don't understand that all that doesn't happen overnight. You have to put the grind in. You have to work. You have to at least understand the fundamentals of your business, right? And if you don't do what Elon Musk do, other people, they hire people, right? Hire people to do it, whatever the case is. That's why I come into play. And just get that stuff done for you so your business can be lucrative and you can do what you do best. Be a creator, be a designer, and run your business. And think of me as just the online website manager. I manage operations. Then I report back to you to let you know if anything needs to be updated, any payments need to be made. But that's the gist of it. And since 2021, I designed over 300 websites, and 80% being Black businesses. And that's what it's about, right? 80% being Black businesses, because we don't have this in our communities. No one is in these recreational centers teaching our Black kids to leverage, right, on a digital aspect, right? Silicon Valley isn't in the East Coast. There is a lot of places, but it's not in the hood, right? It's not in the middle of the community with the minorities, right? So that's where I come into play. I'm teaching all walks of life, not even, teens in college. It's more of people around my age, where we didn't grow up with, Apple iPhones, smartphones, right? When I was in high school, hopping on the phone was just, we're making calls. But now you do everything on your phone. Like, literally over 75% of business is done on a mobile device. So why not create a website, which is your business, right? Landing page that's mobile friendly and it's easy and accessible for your customers, clients, in your community. And that's what it's about, right? Connectivity is key.
You talking about connectivity. When you and I spoke, I love people in a similar, same industry of business development. I love that you take not only what you do, you teach people how to do it. That's really, powerful.
Fundamentals,
I believe
man, all
in
fundamentals. Too. Yep.
Right. And a business owner, not only are they online, let me show you how to operate your online business. You plug into your own system, because if your system goes down and you don't know how it works, you can't, you know what I mean? So I love that. Similar. And what we said, hey, there are different things that we can offer clients that bring our unique gifts and talents to the storefront that help people. And when you synergize like that with people, and I'm telling somebody out there, listen, if you find somebody that's got a skill or a talent, let's use yarn ball. It doesn't matter. I love anything. Yarn ball business. You make the best yarn balls. But guess what? This person over here makes silk thread. Right. And yarn balls. You don't use that. If you partner with people that bring another value, you find that connections just make sense and they empower business. That's how the top of the top have done it. They pool in resources. Sir, doing an amazing job. Now, I know some legacy about you. Your uncles, your family. You got a legacy. You got a legacy of go-getters. My dad, your dad, uncles, they have known each other for decades. You know, real estate. You mean moguls? You guys are moguls. Your host, you just put Scotton in the air. It's on and popping. Tell me about some of the learning lessons along life, having an environment of support, an environment of so you got to do it yourself, because I know. Hey, you better make it happen. So how's that been, getting a glean off of entrepreneurs and turning it into one yourself?
Oh yeah, of course. So basically, it's not easy. Like, I'm not going to sit here and just say, it's all, fluff and all good. It's really not easy. When you first start doing whatever you doing, like you said, let's go back to your philosophy with the yarn or silk or whatever you're doing. People really don't believe in something until it's kind of moving, because a lot of people don't see your vision the way you see it. And a lot of times us as entrepreneurs or even creators, right? Like, let's take the entrepreneur out. We are creators. That's what we do. We create, right? So, we're so passionate that, we're 100% in, and we believe in it, and people really don't believe in it. So the support isn't there at first. Now, my learning lesson was stop begging and asking for support and put the work in. That's my learning lesson. I used to be, years ago, before I was into tech, my background is music, and that's how I got into business, because hip hop opens doors for business, such as LL Cool J, Will Smith, Jay-Z, P. Diddy, all those people. And on the business side of things, I just looked up to them. I studied them, see what they're doing and what not to do, what to do and what not to do, right? So long story short, even Dame Dash, I'm a huge Dame Dash fan. I love how he goes about things, but let me just bring it back. So what I've learned was just get the work done. People are going to support something that's already moving, right? And that's what it's about. And just don't argue, right? Just work ethic beats arguments. And that's what it's about. I've learned that. I've tried to argue with people about certain stuff. Even before everyone was on the Ecomm thing, I was doing this years ago, right? Even before everyone was in AR, right? It's augmented reality and VR, virtual reality. I knew about this years ago. People weren't ready for it. So, I just eased up, because the thing about when you're in doing what you're doing, people don't see it as of yet. Right. So just sometimes you have to simplify it so easy that you can talk to a third grader. And that's what I've learned, because when I start talking about tech, I lose people. Right. It's not a great topic to talk about when you're just out drinking and talking to your friends. Like, no one cares about
talk
that
to
stuff.
Another tech guy or something like that. It just fits, right?
Facts. Like, we could just sit here and just geek out. Right. But be real nerdy. Right. I call myself the coolest nerd on the planet. Right. So
I should have been a nerd when I was in school. If I'd have been a nerd when I was in school, I wouldn't have to be a nerd now. Man, I'd be all right.
He always was a nerd. I just was the coolest nerd.
Yeah,
I've always loved this stuff. But now it's a time and a place for everything. Now the world is seeing what's going on, even with crypto and the digital space. Like, now it's cool. Mm-hmm. Just like being a gamer is cool. When I was growing up, playing games wasn't cool. It was like, get off the games. Now people are making millions off of games, right? So just to bring it back to the question, right? I went down a whole different rabbit hole. So the stuff that I've learned is less arguing, more working, because your work ethic beats an argument, because that's what you stand on. And that's why when people tell me what I'm not or who I am, whatever the case is, I don't even argue, because I have people who can co-sign me that Eric has done this, Eric has done that, Eric has showed me, Eric has taught to me. So I don't even have to argue no more, because I don't have to prove nothing to all these naysayers and negative thinkers, right? Because I have a track list, and that's what it's about. I have great reviews. I have people in my DMs telling me I motivate them. I have people that were working 9 to 5s. Just one conversation with me, they're thinking about doing their own business. And then they reach out to me about a business idea, and we sit down on the drawing board and we get it done. And the only difference is I let them know it's not easy. People aren't going to believe in you. And there was times where my business was making no money. People don't talk about that part. Sometimes it doesn't make no money, and that's when the real grind is about. You sit back and you think, okay, what is it? Is it me? What am I doing? What am I not doing, right? And then you look at the competition as well, because you have to study the competition to see what they're doing and then what they're not doing. A lot of designers, they don't really give their clients the support. Me, I offer lifetime support. any of my clients, my day ones, if I done a website for you in 2021, 3 years ago, they know they can reach out to me via email or via text, however way you prefer to reach out to me, and I will get on the computer, go in your back office, and we will untangle those knots together. They know that I've done that before, and I'm going to do that to the day I die, because I believe in undeniable customer service, and that's the key. That's what I've tapped into. It's the customer service. It's the bringing the value and always being a helping hand when you're needed. It's not about the business, because the money's going to get made.
I got 3 words in customer service. 3 words.
Right.
Not
and that's right.
A problem.
There you go.
That's customer service. That's how I run.
And that's what it's about. And just like, and that's the learning lesson with me, because at first I'm like, yeah, I want to make the money, I want to do this, but it was like, why am I really doing this? Right. And that's the learning lessons. It's to help other people, because I was once in their shoes, and especially people who are above 30 and up. Right. I would say around, I'm gonna give my age up, around my age, right? Let's say 80s, early 90s, 70s, around there, right? We weren't born into this stuff. It just appeared. One day you're analog, next day is digital. What's going on? I'm the bridge between the gap. I teach you to understand it, and how does it fit in your life, and how does it work for you? And that's what it's about. How to make that money on a digital realm work for you, right? So it's doing the least and generating the most. And that's what I've learned.
I love that, but I'm gonna use something, because see, the world has shifted. They want to do the least to get the maximum. Now I know you don't mean it literally, not literally.
Oh, no.
I get it, but I know you and I understand. I want to get to the people. Look, I know you see somebody get a viral hit, and it's instantaneous. You talked about the video games. It was at that time it was playing. You couldn't make money on it, and now today. I tell my daughter's going to be 16. She plays a game, and I say, you know what? I try to really understand, because I know that if you're playing this game to be a professional, let me get you the game. If you're playing the game to play games, there's some chores to do. I kind of got, you got to kind of look at.
I can't wait to get my son on that stuff, man. He loves games, man. I can't wait.
Well, dominated, and today you can. I do a thing I call a breakthrough thought, right? So you said earlier about, passion to win. When it comes to passion to win and work ethic, this whole podcast platform, no one knew what this was. Many people do this type of platform, but the diligence to be prepared for a guest, the ability to put a design together that represents, the other person's business, in a way that you feel proud about. It takes a lot. And while you get started, nobody believes, it's all about,
always like that.
You got to land. I tell them you got to land a helicopter on the freeway before somebody believes that it's working, right?
Oh yeah,
right. But they don't have one either. So if I got one, you probably ain't gonna get on it. So you need to get your own. My thing is about getting people to wake up to their passion. It doesn't matter what it is. We both found if it's going to be difficult, if it's going to be hard, I don't care who says what, who says yeah, who says nay, because even the ones that say yes, well, practice starts at 5 a.m.
Of course.
That's where they say,
Sometimes
well, I don't know about that, right? When it comes to the work part. Man, we're going to take a quick, we're going to do a little extended. I'm going to come back and I'm going to give you an opportunity to speak, let people know your next projects, how they can reach you, anything that you have coming up. And I want to let people know that they could put their own program together. We're going to find a way to really help a lot of people together.
That's what I want to do.
Stand by 1 second. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now, if you have an opportunity to connect with some people that are making a difference, then don't pause. Don't hold yourself back from the success that you want in your life. You got to go in different rooms. You got to meet different people. You got to hear different information. You got to do some different things. You got to apply some different tenacity, a different level of effort, a different level of focus, a different level of what we call grind to get to where you want. Because if you want something you never had, you're going to have to do something you never done. So in order to do that, I say, Wake up early, stay up late. Don't worry about what other people say, because at the end of the day, you got to tap yourself on the chest and say, you especially men, we got to say, it's on me. Stand by.
Success Express Marketing Solutions presents your virtual video podcast studio. Let the Success Express team help bring your podcasting dreams to life. Here's what we do. We help you come up with show ideas, design graphics for your show, set up your podcast studio, and run the back end of your show. So what do? Be ready for your show. Make sure your guests are ready. Log into the virtual studio, turn your cameras on, and go. Not sure you're ready to go live on a monthly or a weekly basis? You can get the Try Us Out Success Special. It's only $97 with free design setup. All you got to do is try us out, and I guarantee you're going to want more. So get set up today with your virtual video podcast studio from Success Express Marketing Solutions. So go online to Success Express MKTG, and we'll get you set up today. Sign up now and get our free ebook, Modern Podcasting, that'll teach you all the techniques you need to know to get your podcast started today.
My man there with the Ecomm hacks.
Yeah,
I love it.
Let's get it.
I love your energy. You saw a vision. You said, you know what? It's on me. You were doing something you saw that you enjoyed. You applied the effort to learn more about it. You did the work to figure it out. And people said, man, could you do that for me?
Facts.
You started a business. And man, it's as simple as that. Speak on that. Let us know your next projects and how people can reach you.
Oh, man. So basically, just before we get to that part, it is simple, but in the end of the day, it's all about having a game plan. And if you don't have a game plan, at least if you have a lot of ideas, at least act on one of them. One thing about being a digital creator, such as myself and others out there, we have so much great talents and great ideas. We can't do everything at once, right? It's impossible. But I've learned to get a vision board. Get your vision board. Write down your why, your motivation, and your goals, so everything kind of in sync with each other. And that's what it's about. So that simplifies a lot of this stuff, right? That's what it's about, to simplify the chaos. And that's what I've learned, right? So moving forward, right, that's what I look to the future. We don't dwell in the past. What happened yesterday was yesterday. We focus on tomorrow. So long story short, moving forward, the projects I have going on, just sharpening both sides of my sword as far as both of my companies that I have right now, which is Scum Life, run that with my brother, which is Zay Stacks, which is an artist, entrepreneur as well, and Ecomm Hacks, which is 100% mine. So just sharpening that and just more entrepreneurs, just teaching, elevating, motivating, and just taking it to the next level in that aspect. And the thing that we have going on now would be the AI, right? And showing people how AI is beneficial, right? It's here. It's not going nowhere. And teaching aspiring entrepreneurs and existing entrepreneurs that's on a basic level, how this can pretty much help them and, just utilize it. Utilize the tools that we have. And that's what it's about. And that's my next thing. Just keep motivating, keep elevating, and just inspiring people. And that's what it's about. Just be the best version of yourself. And that's what Ecomm Hacks is about.
Be the best version of yourself. Man, you can take that home. This is before your time. They had a guy named Marcus Allen.
Yeah.
And you said Sweet Bright. He taking that home down the sideline. He take that home down the sideline like Deion Sanders, man. put the work in. Sir, it's been amazing to have you on. Look forward to having you on again as a techie myself to a degree. Thank you, because you gave me some insight about some other levels that we could reach together, man. I'm looking forward to it. An amazing day yourself, sir. You're out there on the grind. Get on back to it. Like I say every morning, it's 6 o'clock on the West Coast. Kind of early, but not really. People get up to go to work.
Yeah.
Can they get up to go for themselves to work? But see, I say all the time, if it's 9 o'clock on the East Coast, your experience right now is you right on time, maybe for a break, getting in, right? It's not even, it's into the morning out there already. So I say, if you're gonna be in a competitive industry of any sort nationally, man, you better get up in the morning. Have a good day, man.
You gotta get it. You gotta grind. Rise and grind. That's what I say.
Gotta grind. Gotta have it. Absolutely.
So I want to say one thing, right? So, and just to give people some, food for thought, I love dropping golden nuggets and gems. So I just want to say one key thing when you are scaling your business, no matter what you're doing, find your community, right? If your community isn't on Facebook or Instagram, it may be on Clubhouse. When Clubhouse was very new and the apps and people were getting on it, I was on Clubhouse. I really didn't find my community on Facebook because it was more family. They didn't believe, they really didn't see what I seen. It's okay. That's family. I'm not, tripping on that. Instagram, it was a lot of going on Instagram, but Clubhouse was my community, right? And that's where I reached out to my, clients now that we're business partners, and these people call me almost every other day to help them out, and they refer me to other people. Your community may be somewhere else. It may be TikTok. That may be your community. Find your community and engage. Engagement is key. And that's what it's about when you're starting to scale your business. And it's okay to do some free work for certain people because it's a barter system. Say, hey, I'm going to do some free work. Can you just refer me and just put in a good word to your friends and family who's looking for my services, right? Me, it's web designing, integration, SEO, optimization, visualization, presentation, all that stuff, right? That was my community in 2020, late 2020 and early 2021 until I brought everybody to my platform and stuff like that, which was my website and to my Instagram page and stuff like that. So that's what it's about. Just find your community and engage with them and really build a bond and treat like social media like a virtual Starbucks. Starbucks isn't just coffee. It's a place where people can sit and talk and interact. That's what Starbucks is, sort of like a library where people get together. So let's say you have a private Facebook page of traveling, right? We know, travel agents, they have private Facebook pages. If you like sports, there's a community. So find your community, build on your community, and add value. And that's what it's about, because your reputation is everything. And that's what I built my reputation on Clubhouse, where I'm working with people in Chicago, LA, New York, Miami. I work with people all over the world. But guess what? It started with an idea, me getting out there, putting myself out there, and just talking, sharing my story. A guy who was imprisoned, came home, never went back to jail, been in the workforce for 10, 15 years, started my own business, and helping people do the same. It can be done. Use your story to motivate people. You'd be surprised how much your story can motivate people, right? And Black Tech is major, and leverage that device in your hand. Leverage your cell phone. Your cell phone is everything.
Mahatma Gandhi. Be the change that you wish to see in the world. And that, sir, is exactly what you're doing. That's who you are. And we're going to have you back on. Reach out to Mr. Scotton there. You want to get yourself in connection with him. I love that. We'll have you back on, and I'll be giving you a call later today to get a project off the ground.
Let me tell him where to find me at. I'm so sorry, Owens. I've been going off. You got me motivated, man.
Well, you should be.
You can find me if you want, my tech page is at Ecomm Hacks on Facebook, Instagram, If that, you can reach out to me at Scum Life Shotty on Facebook and Instagram. I respond on either or, but you can reach out to me if you need a web design or business consultation about the online digital aspect. Hey man, discovery, and we'll talk and we'll cross that bridge together. And that's what it's about. Ask me what I can do for you. Powering all possibilities, and let's get it.
Man, let's get it. I'm fired up, and I'm already fired up anyway. So I don't need much pump. I'm already ready to go.
I know, man. We out here. We up.
Oh, man. Not only up, we're up, man. I'll see you on the other side. We'll be talking.
All right, you too. Thanks for having me.
Man, no doubt about it. We'll have you back, Mr. Eric Scotton. I'm going to tell you something. When you get that kind of energy in the morning, and if you could capture it, you see like a young man's cup, and put that energy in the cup. Take that with you through the day. Empower yourself to something. Somebody's going to tell you no somewhere through the day. It's already going to be, you could grasp that. Mr. Orlando Moore. I love the training. This amazing gentleman right here. He's flying around the world, showing people how to own a business. He said, you know what? I eat cherry nose for breakfast. I love it. Man, it doesn't matter. Tell the world what you're going to do. Don't stop and worry about if they're going to do it with you. Don't ask them if they're going to do it with you. You tell them you're going to do it and let them ask you if they can do it with you. Because if you do it, do it. But if you're not going to do it, don't do it. But if you are going to do it, man, why not do it? We see you on the other side. Do the thing.